morning dear students, welcome to CLE's KK CBSE School Chikkodi. Dear students, in last class we have completed the chemistry concept, that is matter around us pure. We have learned so many things related to matter concept. So now it's time to learn some new things. So dear students, from today onwards we are going to start the concept of biology. Okay, so in the biology, the first concept we are going to be cover here, that is fundamental unit of life, or you can say as we are going to discuss the study about the cell, which is a basic unit of life. Okay, so this is the 5th chapter of science textbook, but in the biology concept this is our first chapter. So dear students, we are going to discuss the cell concept. In already 8th standard you are well familiar this concept. So let's recall what we have learned in 8th standard. So dear students, when we are talking about the cell is nothing but the basic unit of life. How we are preparing the building? So we are taking the bricks, so many bricks we are taking, and after that joining together we are making walls, and after the walls what we are going to make? We are going to make building. In similar way, if the we are talking about the how the organism is made, it is made up of cells. Okay, so how they are joining together? They are joining together and they are making a formation of whole body. So dear students, who has invented or who has discovered this cell concept? So the cell was first discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665, and in the Latin word, okay, so Latin language, what do you mean by this cell? This cell is in Latin word is nothing but the little room. Okay, so the cell is nothing but the little room, and cells represents the basic structural and functional unit of life. Okay, so dear students, these are some introduction part of the cell, where the cell is represented the basic structural and functional unit of life. And the another word is that organelles. Okay, what do you mean by organelles here? This is the small structure inside a cell with specific function. So in cell so many organelles are there. So this is one of the small structure which presents inside the cell, and it's have a specific function. Okay, when we are going to learn the one by one these organelles, you will get an idea what are the functions of different organelles which are present in cell. Okay dear students, now let's take a next point, that is all organisms are composed of one or more cells. So organisms are composed of one cells or sometimes so many cells. Okay, so usually we are going to categorize on this concept how the cells are made up of. Cells are made up of, if it is made up of one unit cell, then it is called as a unicellular. It is when the organism is made up of more than one cells, it is called as a multicellular. Okay, as well as all tissues and organs are composed of cells. So whatever tissues are present in our body. So dear students, tissues is nothing but the bunch of the cells. Okay, tissues is nothing but tissues are bunch of the cell, and organs are also composed of a cell. So what do you mean by this whole concept? So the conclusion is there is a no life without cells. Okay, so there is a no life without cells. Let's discuss one by one this concept. So dear students, when we are talking about the discovery of cells, so in 1665 Robert Hooke, an English scientist, saw cells in a thin slice of a cork with his crude microscope. Dear students, where he have found in the plants. Okay, so plants means he has taken the bark of a tree, then under the microscope he found this structural unit of these cells. Okay, and as well as he observes the honeycomb like structure and named them as a cellulale or cellulars. Okay. So dear students, the next concept what he has discovered, he discovers about the honeycomb like structure, as well as he was the first scientist that he has indicated that first time that living organism consisted of number of small structures or units. Okay. So if the 2 marks question can be asked, write a short note about the discovery of cells. So at least you have to write 2 to 3 points, where you have to be right in 1665 Robert Hooke, who was an English scientist, saw cells in a thin slice of a cork in his crude microscope, as well as he observed the honeycomb like structure which is called as a cells or cellulae, and as well as his discoveries indicates that living organism is consisted of number of small structures or unit. Okay. So he only predicted the things that he discovered that the whole body of the microorganism is made up of small structural unit of cells. Okay. So like the Robert Hooke, so many scientists has discovered the concept of cells. So dear students, let's talk about what are the fundamental basic unit of living organism, or you can say what are the living organisms are made up of. Okay. So just a building is made up of bricks, the body is all living organism made up of cells. So as I told, if you want to prepare a building, you need so many bricks. In similar way, for giving the body shape, okay, you can't prepare body because it is not a man made. Okay. So dear students, how the bricks is made up of building, in similar way all living organism is made up of cells, and basing on the cellular organization, some organisms are made up of single cell called as a unicellular organism like a Chlamydomonas, amoeba and the paramecium. So these are some example of unicellular organism. And in similar way, the organisms which are made up of more than a cell, okay, which are made up of more than one cell, it called as a multicellular cells. So irrespective of unicellular cell or multicellular organism, the cells performs similar basic functions for their survival. So maybe it is a unicellular, maybe it is a multicellular, whatever similar functions they are going to do for survival purpose, both are same. Okay. Sometimes you may find some of the differentiation, otherwise all the basic functions are same in unicellular as well as the multicellular. Okay. So what are the gadgets to study the cells? Okay. Gadgets means from which instrument we are able to find out the cell concept. So cells are too small to be seen by naked eye, so they are studied with the help of microscope. So dear students, when we are learning about the cell concept or the microorganism, always the microorganism is observed under the microscope itself, because these are very tiny particles which we cannot see by our naked eyes. Okay. So microscopes are high resolution instruments that are used for the observing fine details of very small objects. Okay. So they have a high resolution instruments that are made up of observing the fine details of very small objects. Okay. So with the help of microscope, it is possible to see all the small objects. So two common type of microscopes are there. What are those common type of microscope? That is the light microscope, that is the magnification range from 100 to 1500. This is the light microscope magnification, and next is the electron microscope magnification, which range from 1 lakh to 5 lakhs. Okay. So this is the range. So under this range it is possible to see the cells or the microorganism. So these are the gadgets to study the cells. Okay. So let's talk about the shape and size of the cells. So these are the basic concept already you have studied in 8th standard. So dear students, what are the shape and size of the cells? Let's discuss. So shape and size of the cells vary, but all these are ultimately determine the specific functions. Okay. So maybe size maybe varies from one part to the another part. So it can be determined by the specific function. Okay. And some cells can change their shape. So some of the cells which are present, they can change their shape like a amoeba. WBC means white blood cells, but plants and animals have almost fixed shape. So like you, me, human beings, plants, they have a fixed shape, but in the amoeba, white blood cells, the shape can be changed. So dear students, keep in your mind, plants and animals, they have a almost fixed shape. So these are some basic concept of cells. Okay, which is the smallest cell? That is the PP yellow mycoplasma. Okay, so this is the smallest cell which is called as the mycoplasma. Which is the largest cell? That is the ostrich egg. Okay, so which is the largest cell? That is the ostrich egg. And next is the longest animal cell is having called as the nerve cell, which are present in our body. So when we are going to study one by one, so you will get the details of this nerve cell. Okay, so it is the longest animal cell. And next is a micrometer or micron is 1000 of a millimeter. Okay, so a micrometer or micron is 1000 of millimeter. So it is the one of the range to check the size and shape of the cells. Okay dear students, so this is the basic information about the shape and size of the cells. So now let's discuss the difference between the unicellular and the multicellular. So dear students, as you know about the unicellular and the multicellular, so unicellular is nothing but the made up of single cell, whereas the multicellular, it is made up of many numbers of cells. Okay, so that's why it is called as a unicellular, because it is made up of only one cell, and multicellular is nothing but the made up of many numbers of cells. So when we are talking about the unicellular, the single cell able to perform all the life process like obtaining food, respiration, excretion, growth and the reproduction. So in the single cell, what is the main function they are performing? They are able to perform all the life process with the one single cell itself. So what are those functions? That is the respiration, excretion, growth and the reproduction. But for the multicellular, they need different types of the cells. So cells have a similar basic structure and similar basic life activities. So when we are talking about the unicellular, cannot be divided into the cells. They are also called as the acellular organism. So that's why they are not going to be divided into many cells. So that's why they are called as the acellular organism. Whereas in the multicellular, their different shapes and aggregated to form a different tissues. What are the examples of unicellular? That is the amoeba and the paramecium. In the multicellular, what are the examples of multicellular? That is the plants, animals and the fungi. With that, they form tissues. Tissues is nothing but the bunch of cells. So tissue forms organs, and organs gives rise to organ system that perform special function. So dear students, you know about the multicellular, that these are the bunch of the cells where it is called as the tissues. Tissues form the organs, and these organs form a organ system, so that perform a special function. So what are those functions? That is the excretion, growth, respiration. So these are the functions which are performed by tissues. which is existing in our body. So dear students, these are the some basic concept. Already you are well familiar this concept in previous classes. So in next class we are going to discuss this concept in a detailed manner. So till that time just take a glance, and whenever you are feeling confusing related to any of the concept, you can approach me. Once again I will explain you. So dear students, let's meet in the next class. Have a good day. Bye bye.